it O'Cosmas? Are you there at the front? Is that O'Cosmas that I see? There he is. There you go. See, I'm remembering your name now, O'Cosmas. Hopefully, I'm pronouncing it right. So, welcome back to this week's training. I do see some new faces though. Hands up if you're new in the business. Hands up if you're new. Hands up high in the air. Hi, hi, hi. That's it. All right, you're new. Okay, perfect. Wonderful. Well, welcome to one of the top offices in the world. With your dealers, Nelly and Solomon, you have joined the right team. So many congratulations on joining the team. So what we're going to be working on today, and it's important that I find out how many of you are new in the business, because this is something that is very, very important. And we're working off the back of the training that we did last week, which is where we got to the end of the set description. Because now, once we've done the set description, yes, we've got to do the pot test and one or two other things. And I am going to do a training session on the pot test with you guys. But I wanted to do this one today, which is truly talking about asking for the sale and handling objections. Because if I asked you all now, because if we look at everybody who is on here, hang on, let me just shut the curtains and the blinds a little bit. Sorry, Brian. The sun is outside. I don't know whether you can see my son is out digging. We've just had the pond delivered, so he's digging a hole to put the pond in. Maybe hopefully you can't see him in the background. But what we're going to be talking about today is handling objections. Because let's be truthful, the customers are going to give us objections. But really, the way you've got to look at this is, let me just tilt it that way, is whenever we are on a presentation, we've got to understand that even though the customers may want the product, need the product, and desire the product, they can still give us an objection. And the way I like to talk about this is this. Have you all ever gone into a shop and the shop assistant comes up to you and says, "Can I help?" What did you say? What did you say when the shop assistant came up to you and said, "Can I help?" Okay, some people say yes. A lot of people say, "No, I'm just looking, thanks." They go, "No, I'm just looking, thanks." And this is exactly what can happen at the end of a Salad presentation. Even though the customers want it, need it, and desire it, they can still give us an objection of, "I need to think about it, not right now, can't afford it." Coronavirus. Has anybody had the objection of COVID-19 when they've asked for the sale? Hands up if you've had that as an objection. Anybody? Okay, yeah, one or two people in the room. So what I'm going to give you today is a simple question to ask at the end of the presentation. Now, I am going to edit it slightly because in the UK we do have finance, but I'm conscious that over there in Nigeria, you may not, well, you haven't got the finance in place, so it's cash. So Nelly and Solomon, I need to just quickly ask you, when we ask for the sale, what are the different payment options that somebody would have?
You could have cash or a bank transfer.
Cash. You do check as well, or just cash?
Yeah, check.
Cash, yeah.
Check or bank transfer.
Check or bank transfer. Wonderful. Right. So let's go to where we finished off last week. And it's wonderful to see so many of you sending in your videos. Let's go to where are we? So there's Esther. Well done, Esther, for sending in your video. Okay. Okay, so what Esther said there is where we're going to take off from. So what Esther said was, or which set best suits your needs, and you get the customer to then choose a set. For example, let me do a bring it up on here so we can see. I'll demonstrate it to you. go. So let's go with where we left off and share screen. So Esther was at this point here where she'd got to the sets. And Esther said, is it the chef set, master set, or the professional set that you would like to get started with today? Okay. Or is it the professional set that, which best suits your needs? Which set best suits your needs? And you get the customers to choose the set. Once they've chosen the set, you get them to write the prices down on the questionnaire. This is crucial because getting the customers to write the prices down means that if they write them down, they can remember them. So you've got to get them to choose a set. So let's do some role play. Abraham, is it the chef set, the master set, or professional set which best suits your needs? Which one is it?
Yeah, the master set.
Great choice. Okay. Whichever one the customers say, we say, great choice. Tell me the professional set, Abraham. Is it the professional set, the master set, or the chef set which best suits your needs?
The professional set.
Great choice. Okay. If you said the chef set, go on, say chef set.
And the chef set.
Great choice. Whichever one they choose, we say
Great choice.
great choice. Because when you say to somebody that they made a great choice, for example, Abraham with that Air Jordan top, great choice. I like it. I like it a lot. So in fact, I need to get one of them. It's beautiful. But when you say that to somebody, they go, yeah, can you all see Abraham, how he smiled? Okay, he was going, yeah, I've made a great choice. Thank you very much. And that's what the customers feel like. But getting them to write the prices down is key at this point. Can anybody tell me how, let's say, for example, let's go with the master set that Abraham chose. Can anybody tell me the price of the master set, please? $7,000. Okay. Wonderful.
Okay.
Thank you. There you go, buddy. You had muted yourself off. Now, hands up in the room. Okay, and please don't think I'm trying to catch you out. Hands up if you didn't know the price. Hands up if you genuinely you didn't know the price of the master set. Don't be afraid. This is important. Hands up if you didn't know the price. Anybody? Even the new people. I'm not expecting you guys to know it. Right. Okay, we're getting one or two hands going up in the air. Okay. Anybody else? Hands up if you hands up if you don't know the price of the professional set, please. What about the girls at the front? The girls at the front, do you know the price? Maybe you're a bit embarrassed to say. Don't panic. I'm not trying to catch you out. The purpose of this is that if we are in the business and we don't know the prices, how can we expect the customers to remember them? Because if you'd asked me now to remember the price of the master set, would I have remembered it a minute or two later if I hadn't have wrote it down? Yes or no? No. Let's be truthful. I would have forgotten it. I would have remembered the 7,000 and was it 7642 or 7462? Which one is it? 7642. The reason why I know that is I wrote it down, 7642. If the customers write it down, 7642, this is just a scrap piece of paper, you get them to write it down on your questionnaire because now they can remember the price. Nelly and Solomon, let me ask you, do you now deliver the first course special at this point? Is this when you would tell them about the first course special?
No.
Okay, so when do you do the first course special? Just so I'm training and it's following sequence.
During the objection, maybe they are not going to buy. It's one of the ACs, one of the 3 ACs for closing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, hold it back. In a cash only environment, you use that as a, I love the term there, an ace. And remember, if you're playing cards, if we're all playing cards now, what would you do with your cards? Would you show your cards or would you keep them close to your chest? Close to your chest. So don't reveal, and this is important, never, ever, 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 ever tell the customers that they get the electric. Is it the electric skillet you do, Nelly? Is that right? Yeah. Or one of the other A premiums. So never tell them that they get an electric skillet or another A premium for free. Don't say, oh, by the way, you get a skillet for free later on. Otherwise, what you're doing is you're revealing your cards. You're going, I've got some aces. You keep them close to your chest and deliver them at the right time. Just so I can fall in sequence, would you now do the pot test after the set description, or have you already done the pot test? You would, yeah. So we now go in and we do the pot test. So we deliver the pot test to the customers. We do the pot test in full, and then we go back into the living room. But let me ask you this. Sorry, let me explain this, should I say. When we now get to this point, because we've got so many of us who are relatively new, if I asked you all now to ask me for the sale, we may get 10 or 15 different versions of how we're going to actually ask for the sale. It's not a criticism, it's just the way that it is. So what I've got for you here is a very simple template and a very simple way for us to ask for the sale. But what we're not asking is, are you buying the set, yes or no? We presume that they're buying the set, and the question is an alternative question. How are you going to take care of it or pay for it? But don't use the word pay. Let me show you. So imagine we've done the pot test. We now come back in, and I would say to, let me use Abraham as the example. So Abraham, thank you very much for having me today. I hope we've been able to change your life for the better. I've got 2 quick questions to finish. If you say no to the first, I won't ask the second. Okay. Pause there. What are the customers expecting us to ask at this point?
If they'll be buying today or not.
Right, exactly. So the customers are expecting us to say, are you buying it then? Now, that's not a good closing question, because that can get an answer of yes or no. So a good closing question is the following. However, I want to get the customer, because when we say, I've got 2 quick questions, they actually put a barrier up in front of themselves. And what they actually do is this, not physically, but mentally. They're ready for you. Or Cosmos, whatever you try and do, and you're like a horrible, nasty salesperson, I'm ready for you. Because that's how they view us. Maybe not horrible and nasty, but they view us as a salesperson who's going to try and trick them into something. Even if they want it, need it, and desire it, this is how they still feel. So the first question that we're going to ask is, so let's go back to the top. So thank you very much for having me today, Abraham. I hope we've been able to change your life for the better. I've got 2 quick questions to finish. If you say no to the first question, don't worry, I won't ask the second question. So have you enjoyed yourself today?
Yes.
Okay, look at my face. Okay, look at what it says here, nod and smile. You see where it says it? Nod and smile. Because if I do this to you, Abraham, have you enjoyed yourself today? No.
Yes.
So by nodding and smiling, the customers go, oh, yes. But actually, it's a relief, because they were expecting us to ask for the sale. So what they actually do is, when you say, have you enjoyed yourself? They go, oh, yeah. And they relax a little bit, because they were expecting us to ask for the sale. So now what this enables you to do is to ask with that barrier taken down a little bit. They're no longer defending themselves. They're going, oh, yes, I've loved it. It's been brilliant. It's been tremendous. And then you would simply say, is it the master set? Because that's the one that you chose. Is it the master set on cash, check, or bank transfer that you'd like to get started with today?
Today? Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you, but and I'm proving a point. When they're saying this, you've got to go quiet.
Today?
Yeah, today, yes.
I'll think about it.
Okay, that's absolutely no problem whatsoever. Right. And now the objections start to come. Because if they want to get it and they want to do it today, they will just say, yes. Yeah, I'd like to get it. I'd like to get it on cash or bank transfer. Because the question that they are asking isn't, let's analyze it again. Let's analyze this question again. We're not saying, is it the professional set that you want to get today? Sorry, guys, just give me 1 second. Hang on. Sorry, my little boy was just coming through to go outside. So we're not asking, is it the professional set you want to get today? Because that's a yes or no answer. What you're actually asking is it the professional set on cash, check, or bank transfer? We're giving them a choice of 3. It's the payment method that we're asking. Is it the professional set on cash, check, or bank transfer that you'd like to get started with today? It's called an alternative close. You're not asking them, is it that set? You're asking them, is it which payment method is it you want to get started with? Does that make sense? But I'm going to be truthful. Exactly what Abraham just said there, quite often the customers will say. Let's analyze again what I said. Imagine if we've got a wedding to go to. Today is, what day is it? Wednesday. Imagine we've got a wedding to go to on Saturday. Imagine Abraham is getting married. Abraham, are you married?
Yes.
Okay, let's imagine that you're getting married again. Don't tell you what, you're getting married to your wife again, not somebody else.
Someone else would have been disastrous.
Please, that's better. Davis, please, I beg you.
Okay, let's get married to somebody else then. Okay, so, okay, no, I don't want to cause trouble in the household. If your wife's there, I apologize. This is just for illustration purposes. So,
Okay.
have I gone red? I think I've gone red. So, right. Imagine if they're getting married on Saturday and we're all going to go to the wedding. And all of us tomorrow, especially ladies, I know what ladies are like. Ladies, when you look in your wardrobe and there is too much choice, what do you say when you look in your wardrobe and you've got loads of clothes? What do you say? I've got nothing to wear. Ladies, is that what you say when you look in your wardrobe?
Ladies, is that what you say when you look in your wardrobe?
Yes.
Right. So imagine that we are going to go to the shopping mall. So we go to the shopping mall, and what we're actually going to do is we're going to get out of bed. We're going to have a shower. We're going to have breakfast. We're going to drive to the shopping mall. You pull up, you walk through all of the people. You go to a shop that you know is going to have your dress or your outfit or whatever it may be. You walk into that shop and the shop assistant comes forward and says, "Can I help?" What do you say? "No, I'm just looking, thanks." Do you say the same thing in Nigeria? "No, I'm just looking, thanks." Okay, is that true? Give me a thumbs up if that's true. Yeah, we do. We go, "No, I'm just looking, thanks." So even though we need an outfit to go to the wedding, we still say, "No, I'm just looking." After 10 minutes, we then go back to the same shop assistant and we say, "Can you help me, please? I'm looking for something." That's what happens. But I'm going to be truthful. And this is why I wanted to find out who is new within the training today. You cannot just learn what I'm about to teach you and make a sale. I'm going to train you now on how to overcome some objections. The point of this is you've truly got to do a wonderful, sensational, tremendous, full, detailed presentation. Then and only then will what we're about to work on today work. Because if we only do half a presentation and the customers don't want the product, need the product, or desire the product, they won't buy the product. No matter how we try and overcome their objections. Why? Because they don't want to buy it, because the presentation wasn't good enough. That's the truth. So please don't think that you can just learn what we're training today and do half a presentation. It will not work. There's the disclaimer. So don't think that Andy said I can just learn this and I'll sell sets. You won't. For example, ladies, I'm talking to all the ladies now. Ladies, did you ever get asked out on a date by a young man or a gentleman that you didn't want to go on the date? Hands up if that's ever happened. Ladies? Okay, the lady at the front there with the headscarf on. Right. So let me ask you, what's your name, please? What's your name, please?
What's your name, please?
No, I can't hear you. It's echoing around the room. I apologize.
No, I can't hear you. It's echoing around the room. I apologize.
Maymunat.
Nemunat.
Yes.
Nemunat.
Okay, right, Nemunat. When he asked you out on the date
Okay, right,
and you didn't want to
When
go,
he asked you out on the date,
what did you say?
and you didn't want to go, what did you say?
It's not you now. It's not you.
Come to the microphone. Come to the microphone, please.
Come to the microphone. Come
Please,
to the
can you
microphone,
mute
please.
the other line so that we don't echo?
Answer. Just face the camera and answer. What do you say to the people that ask you out and you don't want to follow them out? What's your response to them? I think he stepped out. Okay, repeat what you said. Repeat what you said.
Right, I'm not in the mood. Thank you. Thank you, Nemanat. Okay, so think about that. Nemanat said, I'm not in the mood, or I'll think about it, or I'm busy, or I'm washing my hair, or I'm doing, you understand what I mean? You didn't just say, no, I don't want to go on a date with you. Why would I want to go on a date with you? Now, the customers do the same thing. Even though they may want it, need it, and desire it, they will still give you an objection, just like we do in the shop. When we go into the shop and the shop assistant says, can I help? Even though we want help, we don't always ask for it. And this is the same principle at the end of the presentation. So, for example, Abraham has just said to me he wants to think about it. So what I want to do, let's choose Abraham. I want you to ask me for the sale using, we're going to work on this first. I want you to ask me for the sale using this, please. Okay,
Okay, I should go on.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much for having me today. I hope I've been able to change your life for the better. And I've got two quick questions to finish. If you say no to the first, I won't ask the second. Is that okay?
Okay.
Have you enjoyed yourself today?
Loved it. Absolutely loved it. It's been brilliant.
Okay. Is it a master set on cash, check, or bank transfer that you would like to get started with today?
Yeah, I think I'll do it on a bank transfer, please.
Great choice.
Bam. Wonderful. Okay. Let's go to somebody else. Let me choose somebody else. Let's go to Mrs. Eze. Mrs. Eze, can you ask me for the sale, please, using this?
Okay. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Mrs. Eze.
How are you today?
I'm wonderful. Very, very good. Thank you. Very good. Okay, if you just read from the screen, please.
Okay. Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, take it away.
Okay. The question, please.
Yep. So can you ask me for the sale by using by using this, please. So ask me for the sale with this. Imagine I've chosen the professional set. So take it away.
Okay, sir. Will you, since you've chosen to go for the professional sets, will you be paying a bank check?
Hang on. Can you see the screen? Can you see from top to bottom? Thank you very much for having me today. I hope we've been able to change your life for the better.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so just read everything on the screen, please.
I can see the screen from here, sir.
What about now?
Maybe her network is not too good.
Yeah.
Can you
okay.
see it now, Christine?
Good. You know, she's frozen. She's
Yeah,
frozen.
She's
Network is
frozen.
not-
Right, let's, Ocosmus, it's your time to shine, Ocosmus. Come to the microphone, please.
Thank you very much for having me today. I hope we have been able to change your life for better. I've got 2 questions to finish. If you say no to the first, I won't ask the second. Have you enjoyed yourself today?
Oh, loved it. It's been brilliant. Yes, thank you.
Oh, loved it. It's been brilliant. Yes, thank you.
Is it the professional set on cash, check, or bank transfer that you would like to get started with today?
Yeah, can I do it on a check, please?
Yeah, can I do it on a check, please?
Great choice.
Okay, Ocosmus, choose somebody else, please.
Customers, please.
Okay. Go.
Thank you very much for having me today. I hope we have been able to change your life for the better. I've got 2 quick questions to finish. If you say no to the first, I won't ask the second. Have you enjoyed yourself
Oh,
today?
definitely. Yes, thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Is it the master set on cash, check, or bank transfer that you would like to get started with today?
Can I give you the cash now? Is that okay?
Can I give you the cash now? Is that okay?
Yeah, great choice.
Okay, choose somebody else for us, please.
Okay, choose somebody else for us, please.
Awesome.
Hey, come like this. Come like this so that they can see you.
Let's give him a round of applause.
Let's give a round of applause.
Thank you very much for having me today. I hope we have been able to change your life for the better. I've got 2 quick questions to finish. If you say no to the first, I will ask the second. Have you enjoyed yourself today?
Oh, I've loved it. It's been wonderful. Thank you.
Oh, loved it. It's been wonderful. Thank you.
Is it the master set on cash? Is it the master set on cash or check or bank transfer that you would like to get started with today?
Yeah, can I do it on a bank transfer?
Yeah, can I do it on a bank transfer?
Great choice.
Wonderful. Well done.
Thank you.
Okay, let's go one more person. Choose one more for us.
Okay, let's go one more person. Choose one more for us.
Thank you very much for having me today. I hope we have been able to change your life for the better. I've got 2 questions to finish. If you say no to the first, I will ask the second. Number 1, have you enjoyed yourself today?
Oh, I've loved it. It's been tremendous. Thank you.
Oh, loved it. It's been tremendous. Thank you.
Okay, the second question is it the master set on cash, check, or bank transfer that you would like to get started with today?
Do you know what? I'm going to think about it,
Do
please.
you know what? I'm going to think about it, please.
Okay, don't worry. That's normal. Okay, give him a round of applause. I was being difficult there on purpose. Okay, don't panic. Don't panic. So, do you know? I love the tone of your voice. You sound like Barry White. So wonderful. Right, let's just mute off the office to stop the echo coming through. But very well done. And the reason why I've got this for you, I'm going to send it through now to the I'll send it through to you, Solomon. Then if you can send it to the team, then everybody has it. But what we now have here is a very simple way to ask for the sale. And this is important because sometimes when we're new coming into the business, if I ask you all now, hands up who finds it difficult to ask for the sale. All of us. At some point, Nelly, let me ask you, when you were brand new in the business, did you find it easy or difficult to ask for the sale?
I think I've always wanted the sale, so I wouldn't remember whether I was
Whether
having
it was difficult or easy. Sorry, come on. Hang on. I've got a little visitor. He wants to say hello. Say hello.
Yeah.
There you
How
go.
are you? Hello.
I'm in Africa. Come on, go with your brother, please. Yeah. No, we're going to do the pond later. There you go. So I've had a pond delivered today. So we're digging a hole in the back garden to put it in. So he's just been outside trying to dig the hole, I think. Okay, sorry about that. Sorry. But look, most of the time, and I'm talking from my own experience, I struggled to ask for the sale. I got to the end and I didn't quite know what I needed to say. And this was given to me by Ayo. Ayo just said, keep it simple. But the beauty of this is that, Abraham, you can now take this away and train your people to do the exact same thing. Cosmas, Nemanat, hopefully I've said that name right. Barry White, I'm going to call you Barry White, the gentleman who's just done it. You can now get this and you're able to ask for the sale. You've got to do some drill for skill with it. You've got to practice it so that it becomes second nature. For example, Abraham, what's your phone number, please? You're muted. You're muted.
080350996.
Okay, do it faster, please.
08035609926. 080350996.
You knew what was coming, so you did it first time very fast. But you see what I mean? The only reason that Abraham can say his phone number so fast is that he knows what it is. Think about it when you first get a new phone number. What are we all like? We go, oh, hang on. Sorry, I can't remember. 0748113434656. We say it slowly. We get confused. We may give it wrong. And that's why this is written out, so we can just deliver it. We rehearse and deliver. We are performers, just like learning a script. But this takes the nerves out of it. Because at the end of the show, sometimes we can get a little bit nervous and we don't quite know what to say. And if we don't know what to say, it comes across muddled up. Let me ask you all this. Did you ever ask somebody out on a date and you were really, really nervous and the words that you wanted to say didn't come out? Hands up if you've ever done that. Exactly. All of us. And you get tongue-tied. So what this does, it enables you to ask for the sale clearly and precisely. However, you heard an objection, which was think about it. Now, think about it can mean several different things. It can mean that we've confused them. It can mean that they don't want it. It can actually mean no. But just like Nemanat, hopefully I'm saying that right. Nemanat said, I can't remember what you said to the young man when he asked you out on the date, but you said you were busy, or I can't remember exactly what you said now, but you get my point. Rather than saying no, I don't want to go on a date with you, I would never go on a date with you, you let him down gently and said, oh, I'm busy. I'll get back in touch with you. I'll let you know. And that's what we do as human beings. We don't always tell the truth. Also, the customers could say, I can't afford it. Also, the customers could say, not right now. They could also say, it's too expensive. Now, I'm going to be truthful. Too expensive, I'm going to bring them up in a second. Too expensive, if you're getting the objection, too expensive, it means our presentation was not good enough. I'll repeat that. If you get the objection of it is too expensive, our presentation, including myself here, was not good enough. but you will get the objection too expensive more in your first 50 presentations than the rest of your Salad Master career put together. Why do you think that is? Why do you think we get the objection too expensive more in our first 50 shows than the rest of our career put together?
Because the more shows we do, the better we become skilled level.
Perfect. Couldn't have put it better myself. Perfect. Spot on. The more shows we've done, the better our presentation becomes, which means they now do want it, but they start to give a different excuse. Do we still get too expensive? Yes. I had it the other week. So can we still get it? Yes, we can. Because sometimes people just don't get past the price. They just hear the price and they go, oh, no, I just can't. I'm not. I won't. But it disappears, or it starts to disappear. Now, I know you probably don't want to hear that, but it just means if you get the objection too expensive, don't say it's your fault, meaning the customers, it's our fault. Notice I'm including myself with that. But let's go back to the objection that Abraham said to me. Abraham said he wanted to think about it. So I'm going to ask you for the sale again, Abraham, and I want you to tell me you want to think about it. So let's go there. So thank you very much for having me today. I hope we've been able to change your life for the better. I've got 2 quick questions to finish. If you say no to the first, I won't ask the second. Have you enjoyed yourself today?
Yes.
Wonderful. Okay, great. And then is it the professional set on cash, check, or bank transfer that you'd like to get started with today?
Today?
Yeah.
Let me think about it.
Okay, right. So think about it, conventional show. That's absolutely no problem whatsoever. Well, look, have you enjoyed yourself today, Abraham?
Yes.
Right. Analyze this. I'm going to pause there. I've just asked Abraham, have you enjoyed yourself when I was asking for the sale? Why did I do that? It was to make him relax. It was to make him bring that barrier down a little bit. Because when we ask them for the customer and for the sale, and they give us an objection, what actually happens is they put that barrier back up. Because in the past, when they've given an objection, what did the salesperson try to do? It tried to beat them up. Does that make sense? Salespeople notoriously will try and beat people up when they've given an objection. Now, if they give an objection at that point, then when you've got to look at it is, they give an objection and we start to beat them up, what will happen? Will we get the sale or not? No. Why? Because their barrier is up. So listen to it again. I'm going to ask you for the sale again, Abraham, and then give me the objection of think about it. So is it the professional set on cash, check, or bank transfer that you'd like to get started with today?
Let me think about it.
Okay. Listen to this. That's absolutely no problem whatsoever. Well, look, have you enjoyed yourself today?
Yeah, I did.
Brilliant.
Fantastic.
Well, I'm going to do my best to cook for all of your referrals to make sure you get all of your free gifts. How does that sound?
Wonderful.
Brilliant. Okay, let me take out the off. All your free gifts. How does that sound? Right. Pause there.
Wonderful.
Right. What am I now talking about to Abraham? Am I talking about the sale or am I talking about free things that I want to give to him? I'm talking about the free things. The customers are sitting there expecting a fight and a battle. We say, that's fine. That's no problem. Have you enjoyed yourself today? Yes, brilliant. Well, look, I'm going to do my best to cook for all of your referrals to make sure you get all of your free gifts. How does that sound? Abraham's sitting there going, what? The car salesman didn't do this. The vacuum cleaner salesman didn't do this. All the salespeople I've ever had in the past, when I've given them an objection, they started to beat me up. Abraham's now talking about giving me some free things. This makes them relax again. You've got to make the people relax, because if you start having a battle with them, there is only one winner, and it will be them. So, by the way, are you sure on which set best suits your needs and how much it is, Abraham?
Yes.
Okay, well, look, I've got a lot of tidying up to do. So why don't you two have a chat about it? And if you've got any questions, please just ask. Is that okay?
Sure.
Wonderful. Leave them alone to chat. Right. Can anybody pick up on the word that I have swapped there? What did Abraham tell me he wanted to do? Abraham said he wanted to think about it. What did I just tell Abraham to do? Hopefully you can see it. Chat about it. Because when do you think about something? You think about something in the future. When do you chat about something? Now. Now, does this work on every single person who says they want to think about it? No, it doesn't. 2 or 3 in every 10 people that say they want to think about it, this will work on. But if they say they want to think about it and we go, oh, okay, no problem, and then we pack up and we go home, we're going to miss those 2 or 3. Because the other 7, let's be truthful, really, it is a no. Or they might not be able to afford the set, and that's the next one I'm going to go on to. But literally, you go back in after 10 minutes and you say, which payment method have you decided was best for you? Oh, well, do you know what? We still need to think about it. But what else have we got up our sleeve at this point? Nelly, what have we got? We've got one of our aces. We've got the first call special. Actually, there's something else that I've forgot to tell you. We also have the first call special. So now you go, bam, and you deliver the first call special. Because I understand, am I right in saying this? And it was a Nigerian man that told me, Nigerians love a good deal. Is that right? Okay, yeah, okay. No matter what it is, if you can get a better deal, they'll go for it. So when you start to talk about the first call special, this can be the ace. This can be the sweetening of the deal, which helps them to go, all right, then, yeah, let's do it. And you would now give the first call special. But just analyze this for a second. We've given them some space to talk. Because imagine if Abraham asked me for the deal, the sale, sorry, and I say I want to think about it. And the reason I want to think about it is I haven't got any money in my bank account because I've just done a deal with work or whatever it may be. I might not have any money. Now, would I speak to my wife? Imagine Abraham is sitting across from us. Would I go, hang on a minute, Abraham, look, I've got no money in my bank. Can you pay that and I'll do this and do it? Are they going to speak like that in front of us? Yes or no? No. Because we're still looking at them. So giving them that space to chat, they'll do this. They'll go, right, he's gone. Look, I've got no money in my bank. Can you move some money from that account to this account? And it gives them space to have a chat. So people normally think that giving people space, it doesn't work. It promise you it does. Why? Because they can start to tell themselves why they should be buying it. Does this make sense? Okay, Barry White, sorry, I don't know your name. Barry White, can you please choose somebody to have a go next at doing this objection handling, please?
This objection handling, please.
Let's read.
That is absolutely no problem whatsoever. Have you enjoyed yourself today?
Oh, I've loved it. It's been wonderful. It's been brilliant. Thank
you. Loved it. It's been wonderful. It's been brilliant. Thank you.
That's fantastic. Well, I'm going to do my best to cook for all your referrals to make sure that you get all your free does that sound?
That sounds incredible. Thank you.
That sounds incredible, thank you.
Great. By the way, are you sure on which set best suits your needs and how much it is?
Yeah, it's the professional set, and it's
Yeah, it's the professional set,
7642.
and it's 7642.
Good. Well, I have got lots of tidings up to do, so why don't you two have a chat about it, and if you have got any questions, please just ask. Is that okay?
Wonderful. Okay.
Wonderful. Okay.
Well done.
Good.
And you can see, and then it says,
Well done.
go back in after
And
10
you
minutes
can-
if
and then
they've
it
not
says
committed.
go back in after 10
Simply
minutes
say
if they've not
which
committed
payment
you,
method
and simply
you decide is
say
best.
which payment method have you decided is best.
And does it work on every person? No. But now we can start to do the first call special and so on and so forth. We can do more training on that in the coming weeks. But another objection is, I can't afford it. Hands up who's ever had the objection of I can't afford it. Okay. This is probably the most common one. That and think about it is the most common one. So what I'm going to do for you is this. Right, can't afford it. So what I'm going to do is just take out. Right, so I've asked for the sale. And Abraham, I'm going to do it with you again because I know your signal's strong. So I want you to say you can't afford it. So is it the professional set on cash, check, or bank transfer that you'd like to get started with today?
Actually, I really can't afford it.
Okay, that's absolutely no problem whatsoever. Well, look, have you enjoyed yourself today?
Sure.
Brilliant. Well, look, I'm going to do my best to cook for all of your referrals to make sure you get all of the free gifts. How does that sound?
Wonderful.
Right. Pause there. Can you all see that it's exactly the same at the beginning? It's exactly the same as the previous one. You're backing off. Yeah, that's fine. That's no problem. Well, look, have you enjoyed yourself today? Yes. Well, look, I'm going to do my best to cook for all of your referrals to make sure you get all of your free gifts. How does that sound? Bam. Right. But then we said, just one quick question, Abraham. Would you use Salad Master if you had it?
I would, sure.
Okay, why?
Because I enjoyed the cooking. It's healthy, it's nutritious, and I want to save money in cooking as well.
Okay. Did you all hear that? Who is now selling to who? Am I telling Abraham why he should be buying, or is Abraham telling himself? He's telling himself. All I've done is say, would you use Salad Master if you had it? Yes. Why? That why is a powerful, powerful question. Because now the customers are telling themselves why they should be buying the product, not us telling them. Okay, so let's move on. Okay, that's fine. Great. That's lovely to hear. Well, look, how much are you thinking is comfortable, which means you won't need to do any more hours or shifts to take care of it?
Just slightly below $1 million.
Okay. So if there was a set we could do for just slightly below $1 million, would you go ahead and get started with me today?
You have something like that?
Okay. Okay. By the way, do we have anything for just less than $1 million? I don't know. How much is it just less than $1 million?
That is a beginner set.
Right, you got it. Okay, so you got it. So you can see where this goes. But listen to the language here. I didn't say how much can you afford, because that's quite a rude question. Oh, I didn't realize you were poor. How much can you afford? Okay, okay, so you get my point. Look at the language. How much are you thinking is comfortable, which means you won't need to do any more hours or shifts to take care of it? Just less than $1 million, right? So if there was something we can do for just less than $1 million, would you go ahead and get started with me today? Yes. Let me call my manager and let me see what we can offer. Bam, you now call Nelly and Solomon. Hi, Nelly, Solomon. I'm just with Abraham. He's enjoyed the presentation. He's looking at the professional set, but it's a little bit out. Listen to this. It's a little bit out of his reach, but at just less than the million is comfortable. Is there anything that we can do? Look at this. The objection was can't afford it. That doesn't mean they can't afford something smaller. Does that make sense? They might not have been able to afford the 7642, or I think that's the master set, or the professional set. They can't afford all of that, but they could afford just less than $1 million. This is where you're now starting to handle objections. Because the 3 million naira was too much, but just less than $1 million, yeah, I can do that. I can do that. Does this make sense? Give me a thumbs up if this makes sense, guys. Wonderful. And it's about being able to juggle, to keep the balls in the air. That's what this enables you to do. So the lady in the beautiful orange and blue dress, can you choose somebody else to go next, please? Yeah. Can you choose somebody to go next?
Can you choose somebody to go next?
It's all right. Excuse me. Dennis, come on. Dennis is coming out, please.
Dennis!
Dennis!
Come on, Dan. Dennis,
Dan.
hang on, let's go back one.
Let's go back one.
Let me go to.
Let me go to that.
Thank you very much for having me today. I hope we have been able to change your life for the better. I've got two quick questions to finish. If you say no to the first, I won't ask the second. Have you enjoyed yourself today?
Oh, I've loved it. It's been brilliant. Yes, thank you.
Oh, I loved it. It's been brilliant. Yes, thank you.
Okay. It is. Is it the master set on cash, check, or bank transfer you would like to get started with today?
Do you know what? I'd love to get started with it today, but we
You know
just
what? I'd love to get started with it
afford
today,
at
but
the
we just
moment,
can't. We can't afford it at the moment, Dennis.
That is absolutely.
Okay, that is absolutely not a problem whatsoever. Have you enjoyed yourself today?
Oh yes, definitely. Like I said, it's been wonderful.
Oh yes, definitely. Like I said, it's been wonderful.
Well, I'm going to do my best to cook for all your referrals to make sure that you get all the free gifts. How does that sound?
That sounds incredible. Thank you. Thank you.
That sounds incredible. Thank you. Thank you.
Just one quick question. Would you like to use Salad Master if you add it?
Yeah, I'd definitely.
Yeah, I'd definitely use it.
Why?
Well, I've got high blood pressure. My wife's got cholesterol.
I've got high blood pressure. My wife's got cholesterol. We've both got diabetes.
So everything you showed me today would help us to
So everything you showed me today would help us to get over those illnesses.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's good. How much are you thinking is comfortable, which means you won't need to do any move out of shifts to take care of it?
About 1 million naira. I haven't got any more than
About
that.
$1
About 1
million
million.
naira. I haven't got any more than that. About $1 million.
Okay, okay. If there was something we can do for I can't for $1 million, would you go ahead and get started with me today?
Of course, definitely, yes. Straight away.
Definitely, yes. Straight away.
Okay, let me call my manager to see what you can offer.
Okay. Now pretend to do the phone call.
Pretend
Pretend I'm
to
Solomon.
do the phone call. Pretend I'm Solomon.
Yeah, hello, sir.
Hello?
Ring, ring.
Hello, sir. This is Dennis. I just spoke one of the clients who is unable to afford the set for, but he says he can offer below $1 million, $1 million. So sir, what can we do about it?
Okay, perfect. Okay, almost. So not $1 million. I haven't got $1 million.
So not $1 million. I haven't got $1 million.
Yeah. But $1 million naira. Okay. So yeah, well done. Well done, Dennis. Well done.
Well done, Dennis. Well
And
done.
you see with this today, it's about being able to know what to say. Does this work all of the time? No. Because it's down to your presentation. It's your presentation which makes the customer want it, need it, and desire it. This only works if your presentation is sensational. Then this will work. Why? Because the customers want it. We've just got to try and fit something into their budget. But we're going to work on this. And in the next 7 days, we're going to do videos. I want you to ask for the sale. And then I want you to either handle the objection of I want you to do 2 videos where you ask for the sale and then handle the objection of think about it. And then another one where we handle the objection of can't afford it. 2 videos. They take a minute to a minute and a half. That's all I'm looking for. So I need to go and get some paper. Any questions? Any questions? I've sent.
Ask questions, ask questions.
If I let me go and get the paper while you think of questions. Let me go and get that because I need to get the paper for the draw. 2 seconds.
Ask your questions. Now, before we get Andy to come back, can you hear? If you can hear me in the office, just wave. Okay, Andy's back. Now, if you see the training, follow the training sequence we had. Okay, Andy's back.
There you go. Okay, sorry guys, my wife's using the salad bowl, so I'm going to do the draw in here. So can you give me the names, please, before we do any questions? Has anybody got any questions? Okay, right. So can you give me the names of the people who sent in the videos, please?
The names of the people who sent in the videos, please.
Question. Yeah.
Oh, question. Yeah.
What if after the presentation, I'm trying to call my manager, no one is answering at that particular time? What do I do about it? How do I go about it?
Okay. Your dealers should know when you've got the.
Your dealers should know.
Your dealers should know when your presentations are. So make sure that they're aware of you're going into a presentation, so that they then will understand the sort of time that you will be making that call. But if you can't get through to Nelly and Solomon, what would you recommend? Speak to a distributor? What would you say at that point? It's highly unlikely, but
if you can't get either of us on the phone, you call one of the senior persons in the office.
Yeah.
That's as a follow-up to the training we're having just before Andy came in. Once Andy's done now, we're going to go back to that training again. Who you are supposed to call on if there is the need for you to make a call, and you can't reach any of us, we'll tell you.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. So let's go into here and let's go to Neo Continental, not Neo Life. Neo Conti video training. Okay, so the first person was Esther. So Esther, you are in the draw. Esther, let me put you in here. Okay, so Esther, you're in. You can see she's gone in. So the next person after that is Abraham. Okay, Abraham, you are in the draw. After that is, we'll have a little patience, yes. Patience, you are in the draw. And then last but not least, who is Ma?
Oladijo.
Ola. Ola. There we go. Ola, you are in. Okay. Ready? Nothing in my hands. Okay. I'm not, because it's see-through, I'm going to look away. Let's, this one. The winner of this week's draw is. Well done, Abraham. And well done. And do you know what, Abraham? That pays off because am I right in saying you've been in all the draws so far, but you hadn't yet won? Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. Although I won the first one, but I've been battling to win for a second time.
See, and that's the point. And I've seen the disappointment in your faces in the previous weeks when you didn't get it. So when I saw that it was your name, I thought well done. But look, and one thing I'm going to say with this, guys, I am very disappointed. We only got 4 videos, and I'm going to be truthful. What that says is that you're not committed to doing the work. If you're not committed to putting the work in, you are not, I'll repeat, you are not going to get the results. If you want to get muscles, you've got to work out. If you want to improve, no, if you want to make money at Salad Master, you've got to do the extra work. Coming into a training session and listening is not training. We're giving you the information today for you to now take away and learn. It's like being at university. You do lectures for 10, 15, 20 hours, but you do another 20, 30, 40 hours studying outside of those lectures. This week, I'm saying it to everybody. It is mandatory. It is not optional to do the videos. Mandatory. If you don't, it says to Nelly and Solomon that you're not taking the business seriously. It says to me that you're not taking the business seriously. Because the same names and faces are doing it every week. That says to me that they're taking the business seriously and they will go on to succeed. So what we've got to do is we truly got to be able to move forward. We've truly got to do everybody. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We've got about 20 people in the office. This week, the video is ask for the sale and then handle the objection of think about it. Then do another video where you ask for the sale and you overcome the objection of can't afford it. This is mandatory. It's not optional, because if I leave it optional, you probably won't do it. And if you don't do it, your skills won't improve. You will get the objection at the end of a show and you'll go, oh, what was Andy talking about? I've forgotten. So guys, very well done. Abraham, well done. I did see his camera just suddenly went off, so no problems. Nelly and Solomon, anything else you want to add?
Okay, thank you so much, Andy. Thank you for the training.
Any questions?
Have any questions from the office? Please ask your questions while we still have Andy on.
Any questions?
And no questions. Okay, yeah, that's hand raised there. Your question.
Yes, my question is, in handling the objection, we said here, I've got 2 quick questions to finish. If you say no to the first, I won't ask the second. If the customer says, did you enjoy your, if you ask the question, did you enjoy your meal? And if he says no, why? I have one of the reason why the customer will say no. Like what I did on Monday, he was just answering calls. He was not settling. The husband settled, but she was just going up and down. Then if you ask that person, did you enjoy your meal? And the response is not, because she's not concentrating. What did you do?
Okay, so that comes down to they weren't listening.
So that really
That comes down to, so it isn't the fact that if they haven't really listened, they're probably not going to buy it anyway. So that the real skill here is being able to manage the people. If they're up and down, stop and wait. Say no, because if they say no, carry on the presentation, you just go no, it's okay, I'll wait. But this would be the exception rather than the rule. 1 in every 50 to 100 people will say no, I haven't enjoyed it. Maybe more than that, maybe 1 in 200. So it's very, very rare. Very rare that would ever happen. But if they're not paying attention during the presentation, you've got to take control and just stop and say, okay, well, look, if you want to go on the phone, that's fine, but I'll wait. I'll wait for you to finish because I want you to see the information, and just wait. Because if they go off on the phone, I guarantee the other half will go, come on, put that phone down, come and listen, because they're sitting there, everybody's sitting there waiting. So keep control of the situation. But it's very, very rare that I've probably only ever had it 2 or 3 times where they've said no. But if they said no, I just go, oh, well, I'll ask the second one anyway. And I ask it. So just ask it anyway. So, guys, God bless. I've got to go and look after my little boy. No doubt the house has been turned upside down.
Another question.
Oh, okay. Go on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have a question. Yes. The question is, after you have told the customer and he said he still can't afford it, when he said, how much are you thinking about? And he says again, I can't afford it. I can't afford it. So what happens?
Okay, so let's role play it. How much are you thinking is comfortable, which means you won't need to do any more hours or shifts to take care of it?
I don't have any money at all.
So nothing whatsoever. There's nothing that you have.
Nothing whatsoever. There's nothing that you have.
Yes.
Okay. If they've got no money, what would you do?
If they've got no money,
we got Magic Cat out of nowhere.
We've got Magic Cat out of nowhere.
I can't give them the money, but I would keep going and say, well, look, which pieces would you use?
Say, well, look, which pieces would you use?
Which pieces would you use?
I like
Which pieces would you use?
I like the masterpiece.
The electric skillet.
The electric skillet.
That's right.
Okay, well, look, if there was a way we could fit that into your budget without affecting anything, would you go ahead and get started with me today?
Would you go ahead and get started with me today?
Yeah, if you have some payment plan.
Okay, well, look, let me call my manager. If we can do it on a payment plan, would you go ahead and get it?
If we can do it on a payment plan, would you go ahead and get it?
Okay.
Okay, let me call my manager and let's see what we can do.
Okay, let me call my manager and let's see what we can do.
Okay.
So it's a valid enough question, and please don't think I was being frivolous by saying if they've got no money. But the way to look at it is, there you go. The way to look at it is that if they could, no, I can't afford it. I can't afford it. Okay, well, look, that's fine. Well, look, which pieces would you use if you had them? The electric one. Okay, well, look, if there was a way we could fit that into your budget without affecting anything that you've got going on, would you go ahead and get started with me today? And they then, well, yeah, if we can do a payment plan. Well, I don't know if we can. Let me call my manager and let me see what we can do. Never tell them that you can do a payment plan. Always ask permission. Because you've got to be doing it as like an extra foot. Well, I don't know if we can, but if I can, would you get it? Yes. And that's the important bit. If I can do the payment plan, would you go ahead and get it from me today? Yes. Does that make sense?
Thank you.
Okay, no problem. I think was there another question?
No problem. I think was there another question?
Any question? Hello. Can he go now? No more questions.
Okay, I'll go see if the house is still in one piece.
Okay.
My little
I'll
boy's
go
in
see.
there. Bless him. And we're still on lockdown, so my wife's out delivering a set, so he's in there at the moment. So God bless you all. I love working with you guys, but I can't wait to see the work that you do this week. So let's train on handling those objections. Remember, you cannot just learn how to handle an objection. You have to do a sensational presentation, and then this will work. God bless. Nellie Solomon, thank you.
Thank
Take
you,
care.
Andy. Can we all
Bye-bye.
just say thank you to Andy? Say thank you. Thank you, Andy. God
Bye,
bless.
team.
God
God bless.
bless. God bless. God bless.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye. Yeah.